Alrighty, so we are here at the Anchor Bay booth at Fan Expo, and we happen to run into Mr. Julian Richings, one of my favorite character actors, who I think has got a running contest going on with Stephen McHattie on who can be in more films each year.
Well, I'm actually right now, this is my film with Foresight Features. I'm in 3 of their films. They did back-to-back 3 films last year, and Stephen's in 2 of them.
Oh my
God! His wife is in the 3rd. So
there you go.
Level pegging
yeah,
right
I'd say so. Right now it's even, but who knows? There's still a few months left in the year. So, so you're here promoting the film Ejecta. What can you tell us about the movie?
Well, Ejecta's a sci-fi horror. It's a low shoestring budget, written by Tony Burgess, produced by Foresight Features, and it's going to be out in a couple of months. And I play Bill Cassidy, a guy that is interrogated, and we start to understand that he actually has had a visitation from another world.
Oh my gosh! There you go. Have you ever personally had any, like, are you method? Do you actually try to get visitations or people from other worlds just to get ready for roles like this?
I couldn't possibly take the stuff I do too seriously, otherwise I would be in a bad state, I think. Especially the amount of people that I've either dispatched or have killed me. So I have to just get up and walk away. I jump on my bicycle and right away.
There you go. It's funny you mentioned dispatched and killed, because most recently on film, you were killed in a ginormous explosion along with many other Kryptonians.
I was.
In probably one of the bigger films of this year, Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Now, how did you feel about Man of Steel, like looking at the darker end of Superman? How did you feel about that?
I really enjoyed the whole Krypton experience. I thought the art decoration and the wardrobe and the feel of Krypton was fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's great to be a part of that, and to be in a situation where they could put that much care and money into getting it right. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have reservations about the way that the film went after there, but I was blown up and I was out of the way. So
Not your problem,
Maybe we'll go back to a prequel next time.
Yeah, maybe.
Batman, Superman, and a prequel.
Yeah. Batman, Superman on Krypton before it explodes. Time travel. It's crazy. Was it, as I mentioned, you do a lot of different films, a lot of different genres, but to me, you will always be Bucky Hay.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I'm very proud of that film. Hardcore Logo. I shot it with Bruce McDonald, I guess, about 17 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's part of an infrastructure of Canadian independent filmmakers. Bruce, Tony Burgess, who wrote Ejecta, these guys who produce in Collingwood. I think that there's a thriving Canadian independent film industry, and I'm proud to be a part of that. Mm-hmm. And I think Hardcore Logo is one of the great clarion calls to emerging Canadian directors.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hardcore, rockin' Canadian film, one of my favorites. And how did you feel, like years later, getting to return to the role in Hardcore Logo 2? What was that experience like?
Well, it was kind of cool because we all knew that we'd grown, like 15 years had elapsed, so we had to do it differently. And it was a very personal film by Bruce, too. I think that particularly Bruce, the filmmaker, had a chance to look back on his career, on the ending of Hardcore Logo, his family, his daughter, and what it was about being a filmmaker. So it was very contemplative. I think a lot of people expected it to be more explosive and punk, but it's a great filmmaker taking a look at his work. So I really enjoyed being a part of it.
That's cool. Now, one last thing I want to talk about, because you talked about Canadian independence and Canadian independent film stuff. I want to talk about a little show that's going to be coming to the animated realm that you were a part of, Todd in the Book of Pure Evil. Yes, where you played Atticus Murphy Sr., one of the most badass senior citizens on the planet.
You recognize me, Because I had a hood on most of the time.
You were fantastic in it, sir. Well, also, the thing is, though, is that when somebody chops your head off, you get a good shot of the head.
That's true.
So
that's true. Well, and also, I should add that I was in the original short.
Yes.
And so I'm really proud to be a part of that. and to have seen it evolve from that independent short to at one point where it was going in a number of directions, and then it ended up as a TV series, and I thought they did a great job in adapting it, and the kind of aesthetic, the horror schlock rock and roll aesthetic was fantastic.
Oh yeah. Now, is there any possibility that we may be hearing your voice in the animated movie?
You never know.
Never know. All right, well, stay tuned.
So, Julian, I have been a fan of your work. I've seen you in tons of Canadian things, but there is one show that really lately has, I love you in it, and that is Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
You know, you play Death, and I was just wondering, is Death returning this season coming up? And and if you already know this, if there's anything you can tell us.
All I can tell you is a bit of inside scoop. I've just returned from Vancouver.
Right.
I just shot an episode in season 9. So Death is still around and in the picture.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Because honestly, when you first showed up, I was like, oh, cool. This great character actor, he's beautiful. And then I started watching Death, and I'm like, and every time Death comes back, it's like it's a special little treat. I love it.
Great.
I'm glad to hear that you're back. It's fantastic.
Me too.
Check out this fall Supernatural season 9. This man will be on it.